Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I've got my coffee and we're watching a replay. And it is me again in my Super Conqueror on the night where my ping was anywhere from 70 to 100 with all kinds of lag and glitching and messing around. I'm saying glitching. It's not really glitching. Stuttering. Let's call it that way. Not really glitching, but stuttering. We are here on Serene Coast, spawned into the south, and the title. Let's go first with the title of this one. You see how everything's kind of jerking around. Man, it was painful playing that night. Telia, good old Telia. Everything else worked on the computer. It was not my system. I did a ping plotter, and Telia was screwing me. All right, just me alone. Right, nobody, nobody else. It was just me. It hated me. This one is called "I Would Almost Have Rather Lost." Honestly, all right, that's a little hyperbole, right? A little hyperbole, but almost, right? That's why I'm saying almost. I'll take the W, but a little evil part of me wanted this team to lose this one. Look at the deployment. First of all, look at the rolls. Look at how many giant TDs there are. This is every tier 10 battle, just about. All right, not every, obviously, but a large majority of battles, this is what you see. Now, this 15-16 has found probably the only game where a 15-16 is amazing. The only game in spot. I mean, he is absolutely in a great spot. I'm going to have a really hard time with this dude. You're going to see me start to kind of wiggle both my turret and my hull a little bit just to make it hard to see. And it is because of the pausing and the high ping rate, at least relatively high for me. I'm not used to this. I am having some trouble getting, look how the gun's kind of jerking around. I'm really having some real trouble getting the gun online. I've bounced 1,760 so far. Let's just pause this because I was talking about how I almost would have rather lost this. Look at this deployment. I mean, just look at this deployment. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tanks. 9 tanks, and already that's 10, and then 5 of us are forward. 2 here and 3 on the other side. And of the 3 on the other side, 2 of those are TDs, but half the team is TDs. Giant TDs on both sides. In fact, I think they have one more TD. I counted that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7, we have 6, right? Yeah, there you go. They have one more giant TD than we have. And they've pushed a considerable amount of their force forward. And unfortunately for this team, for their temerity, for their actually trying to drive forward and play a tank game on canalized maps, for their reward for that is an L, while they try to take on a bunch of bushed up and camping gigantic TDs, flinging HE and whatnot at them so that they can't possibly bounce it. Meanwhile, I'm up here trying to play a tank game. The only thing I can say about this is much appreciation to the T92 HMC who was busy shooting somebody else and decided not to shoot me. That's the only thing would have made this even worse, was getting bombarded by the T92 while I'm trying to take on, at this point, 4 or 5 tanks that are up here. Finally sneaking one into the MX-30B. I don't know, folks. This is the game. Tier 10 especially these days, to be quite honest. And it is largely the whole game, but holy cow. It gets tiresome being being this guy in this 430 and those other 3 that are over on the peninsula and watching K91s, AMX-30s, Leopards, IS-4s for that matter. This guy, he finally starts moving forward a little bit, although he's getting wrecked out in the open. It gets tiresome being those people and playing the game where it's just a massive camp fest of giant TDs. Of course, you might go, well, Guido, I guess that's not a weak spot, or I'm look up. Somebody help me out here. I don't know. I don't fight those things enough. I need to look at it. I have no idea if that ever has a prayer. I'd shoot it several times, but it does me no good. I'm assuming it's the angle, or potentially there's nothing there. I don't know. But anyway. And it may just be, yeah, I tried to get up underneath him, but couldn't quite get it. It may just be that's the way it is. Which is kind of a stupid thing to say because it is the way it is. You know what I mean? That is the, for whatever reason. And I guess my point there is maybe that's by design. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's really the intention they have. But with the way the maps are designed and with hold down tanks with giant turrets like this one, And with all the camping in the back, and by the way, I didn't mention this. They are camping so hard that an Object 268 actually drives up underneath them, doesn't get pushed and killed, and is able to turn his gun around and sneak a shot through that rock right there at me. He's right down there. I didn't show you earlier, but I saw him. He moved up. I paused when I first watched the replay. I paused and turned around. I could highlight him. He's right there. See how my gun line's right on him. He was actually looking the other way, trying to shoot those guys. But because they didn't do anything about him, he just spins around and shoots me in the back for 800 or 669 plus 89 in fire. There's nothing I can do about it. Right? Nothing I can do about it. I can't back out because then they'll have a better shot on me down below. I can't push up because they'll have shots on me. And if I stay here, I'm in that saddle where he has shots on me. So eventually he's going to take me out. I lose my engine. I'm just trying to get another shot if I can. Nope, we can get another bounce off of the Magic IS-7. Just spinning the turret. Please don't kill me. Engine's out. Don't have a repair kit. There's that stupid hatch again. No, I won't do it this time. Let's see if we can get one on this guy. There we go. Finally get one. Boom. Now there's a 110E3 behind us. This looks like an absolute raffle stomp in the making. But somehow this enemy team ends up losing this game. I am going to be done with this game pretty soon. It looks like, now what I didn't watch is, how does this guy do this? Does he just drive up and over, or is he actually doing the creeper thing? No, look at this. This is the Sturv. The Sturv is coming up and over in travel mode. That's how fun this game was for me. I got killed by a Sturv. A Sturv, guys. That's a TD, right? That's the campiest, bushwhacker TD in the entire game. My team is camping so hard, it moved up and killed me in travel mode. 2,105 damage, 2,739 spotting or assist, 4,750 bounced. Like I said, man, I almost rather we would have lost this game. I say almost because I'll take the W. I mean, I am that cynical. But it's getting worse and worse. It really is. And I don't know what the answer is, to be quite honest. I don't know what the answer is, especially at tier 10 where everything is just too good. Everything is so close to the top of all the game engine limits, the spotting, all that stuff, the accuracy, everything that goes on at tier 10. And that was really just not a whole lot of fun. I spent the whole time just trying to stay alive, right? Never mind playing the game. All I was really trying to do was stay alive, and maybe all my campers back there could punish these guys, and they really didn't do a whole bunch, did they? Not really. I mean, they took some hit points off. We did get the 4,005, but that was his fault. He just completely YOLO'd over the ridge and got killed. Yep. Lots of fun, man. Look at them all. They're still all back. They never left cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The K91 died, I guess. The K91, he got spotted. There's still 6 of them that are no more than about 200 to 300 meters from cap. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. I wish I knew. It could be that that's just the way the game is played. And maybe part of it is just the giant alpha on the TDs. You know, the Sturv doesn't have a giant alpha, but he fires really quickly and has a super accurate gun. Mega bush camper. But obviously the FV, the FV4005, the 110s with their 750, the JPZ with his 1000, all those giant TDs that people just sit in the back and expect other people to go up and spot for them, right? You're expected to go up, get your rear handed to you while they sit in the back and take their 2 shots and get their 2 shots of damage, then get rolled up and go back to garage. It's awesome. Yep. Look at this laser beam coming out of here. That was actually a good pause. Oh, that was awesome. I got a little bit of spotting at the end. I didn't see that. The Sturv got hit, and I got another 133 for 2,872. Do I get any more? I do. I got the 3. I missed that. That's fantastic. 3,220. Is there more for me? Probably not. The spotting should be about over by then. 3,220. Didn't notice that. Nice, nice, nice. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Let me know what you think. You know, it should probably just the way it is, right? That this is the game. This is how it's played. Deal with it, Guido. You know, adapt or die, all that good stuff. Maybe people like that. Maybe some of you guys like to play that way. I don't know. I'd rather kind of play a more dynamic game. And I think a good chunk of it is, you know, when I say I don't know what it is, I think there's a couple things. I'm not going to come to a definitive, here's what you fix, but it's everything at tier 10, and we have this problem through the whole game, but it's really apparent at tier 10, at the high tiers. Everything at tier 10 being maxed as far as the game engine goes, things like view range, all that stuff. That there's not a lot of wiggle room right there. So that's part of it. The map design is part of it. Giant alpha TDs is part of it. I think those three things. Wheelies and artillery play a role in it as well. There's not a wheelie in this game. There's only one artillery, but the problem is that that's usually the standard, so that's how people play as far as the meta goes. So when you have a game like this, they don't realize that this could have been a much more mobile game, right? They're trained, they're conditioned to sit back there at the cap because they feel a wheelie is going to come raging through, or they're going to get bombed by Artie, or they think, oh, I'm a TD, I hang out in the back. All those things together make a really campy game. It's unfortunate the red team didn't win because they did try to play an aggressive game and they got punished for it because the campers all hung out in bushes. All right. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support of the channel. If you're looking for other ways to do so, you can find all that down in the description, as well as links to my Twitch channel and all the other things on the internet that have to do with moi. That's all I've got. We will see you.